Hello and welcome to phuketpals GED Express screencast. This is Teacher Jimmy. Our topic for today is all about social studies, focusing on the three branches of government. What are the three branches of government? These are number 1, legislative branch, number 2, executive branch, number 3, judicial branch. So these are called the checks and balances. Without further ado, I'm going to explain a bit about the legislative branch, executive branch, and judicial branch. The legislative branch carries or make laws So it means that the Senate, the Congresswoman, and the Congressmen, and also the House of Representatives, they are the one who make laws, who make money, who propose projects, and also who declare wars. So these are the responsibilities and many, many more for the legislative branch. Well, the executive branch, we have the president, the vice president, and the 15 cabinet members. Question: what's the job of the president? The job of the president is he or she carries the laws. He is a commander-in-chief. He is also the leader in the United States of America, and he builds the veto. And he is also appointing who will be the judge or the judges. So he has an authority also, and also the same with the legislative branch. The judicial branch is the Supreme Court. So we have 9 justices. So what are the responsibilities or tasks? Judicial works that way to examine or to interpret the laws. So all of them, the 3 branches of government, have functions. So legislative branch have privileges, executive branch have their own privileges as well, judicial branch have their own privileges as well. So all of these 3 branches of government have powers with equality. So that means they're called checks and balances. So we have social studies, 3 branches of government that I mentioned a while ago and explained to you thoroughly. But I will enlighten you more about what are those specific details of the 3 branches of government. It says here the Constitution. So you can see the red arrows and also the structures. We have the legislative, executive, judicial. So let's start with legislative. Legislative, we have Congress, House of Representatives, and Senate. Congress also, another term can be a congresswoman and congressman. As we all know that there are 435 House of Representatives in the legislators. While in the Senate, we have 100 senators. The next one is the White House, specifically the executive branch. We have the president, vice president, and the 15 cabinet members. The president is the chief of commander. He builds the vetoes, and also he is the leader of the United States of America. The Supreme Court, judicial. The Supreme Court have their own 9 justices in the United States of America. So their responsibilities are they're going to interpret and examine what are those proposals coming from the legislative, executive, and so on and so forth. So whenever the legislative branch have a proposal or a project, so they're going to pass it on to the judicial. Even the executive branch also, they have to examine, the judicial branch are going to examine or to impart if it's on the law or if it's in the law in the Constitution of the United States of America. As we all know that branches of the government are very essential. The three branches of government were made to maintain and keep order in the United States of America. Legislative, executive, and judicial all have three different purposes. So they have different functions, but they're called checks and balances, but they have different jobs as well to execute in the Constitution to govern the country in the United States of America. So we have here legislative or legislators. The legislative part of the United States of America, government is responsible, such as making laws. Instead of this branch, there are the House of Representatives and the Senate, which together form the United States Congress. They have the power to enact legislations, declare war, the right to reject many presidential appointments, and substantial investigative powers. The next one, executive. The power of the executive branch is put into the president's hands, who also acts as a head of state, commander-in-chief, like I mentioned a while ago, of the armed forces of the United States of America. The president is responsible for implementing and enforcing laws written by Congress. The president has the power either to sign a legislation into a law or veto. Last but not least, we have the judicial branch or judicial. It means that judicial branch are appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. The judicial branch includes criminal and civil courts and help interpret the United States Constitution. The most important part of the judicial branch is the Supreme Court, which is very true, as we all know that there are 9 justices in the Supreme Court. So the responsibility are they're going to examine and interpret the laws and before they have to judge it. So nobody can be above the law. So even the legislative branch, the executive branch, and the judicial branch, they have to follow the Constitution of the United States of America, which is called the highest court in the United States, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's rule is to interpret the Constitution and limit the powers of the other branches of the government. So that's why it's called the checks and balances. Now I'm going to give you an exercise to help you for your GED social studies or social science whenever you're going to take the examination for the GED social studies. Question number 1 and question number 2. Let's start with question number 1. What is the legislative part of the government responsible for? Again, what is the legislative part of the government responsible for? A. Enforcing laws. B. Make laws. C. Organization of the United States of America or American government. D. Create jobs. The answer is make laws. Correct. Number 2 question. What is the most important part of the judicial branch? A. The House of Representatives. B. Congress. C. Supreme Court. D. Vice President. Obviously, the correct answer is the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States of America. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Since you are here already, you might as well subscribe to our channel. Connect with us with www.phuketpals.org or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com. phuketpals. And if you have a question regarding our organization, contact us through line or give us a call at 081-417-0978. That would be all today, guys. See you on my next screencast. Have a wonderful day. Bye.